Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. We are looking at some more Paralyze, Protoss vs. Terran games. I'm kind of into Paralyze right now and very excited to see what his ASL run is going to look like. Normally people when they get into ASL for the very first time, or any Star League for the very first time, they go 0-2 out. That's almost always the case. I kind of feel more confident in Paralyze than I have in anyone in a long time. I actually think there's a very decent chance that he gets right into the round of 16. He's been playing everything. He's been in good shape for a long time. He's been a pro for a long time. He's played professional tournaments in at least StarCraft 2 before. So I'm feeling like he already kind of has the experience he might need for that. So I just wanted to watch some more of his games. This game, he's going to be going up against JYJ, a former champion who finally once again made it in. He missed last season, a little bit surprisingly, because he's been such a mainstay. He's been like a top 5 Terran for like 4 years or something. So to see him kind of fall out was painful, especially considering I have generally liked JYJ's play a bit more than Royals. I've always felt like he's been a bit more well-rounded, a bit better on decision-making. Although I don't feel that way right now. I just cast a Royal game yesterday, so you probably would have seen that and realized that my opinions on Royal are rapidly changing, and he's certainly becoming one of my very favorite Terrans at the moment. But yeah, JYJ is back, and that's very good to see. So JYJ versus Paralyze, this is, in my opinion, like a perfect type of match. Paralyze plays super modern, so does JYJ. And yeah, I think when I think about JYJ's style, he's a pretty flexible Terran. He's like, I've been working a lot, and I've been mentioning here and there about trying to improve the vocabulary that exists in StarCraft. And vocabulary for describing styles, I feel like, is slightly limited. And the thing is, obviously a lot of that has come from me commentating and whatnot, but I'm trying to work on that a little bit because I don't have a great word. It's like JYJ is mostly well-rounded. He generally doesn't play too greedy. He's not generally on the very edge of what can be held. He's a little bit more robust than that. He's a little bit like a sock, but not quite as technical. He'll have a good amount of tools, but maybe not quite as many as Sock might give himself on average. So yeah, he's a style that I really like to follow. Not as exciting as someone like Sharp or Speed, where Sharp is just my favorite to watch. He's a little bit more like Scan, but probably leans more towards somewhere in between Scan and Royal or something like that. That's okay. So I'm doing my best to explain it. I don't know if I'm actually doing a good job there, but anyways, he scouts, and we'll see that this is a rangeless nexus. When you see the nexus that fast, you know they're not getting Dragoon range as of yet. Just now starts afterwards, so that makes it an easier defense. You actually don't necessarily need to build a bunker in this situation. Probe comes up, and ooh, he almost catches it. He actually, I think he could have killed that if he had instantly stepped forward against it. It's he kind of microed back as the probe was coming. So there's two different ways you can micro when something's coming up, right? So let's say a probe is coming by 2 Marines. If you micro back, you'll catch it as it goes past you, and you'll get the kill. But the thing is, the probe will almost always at high levels turn around. So what you should teach yourself to do, and this is actually something I've been working on in my own game, is micro forward when the first probe comes. The thing is, if you play like a lower level player, you actually need to micro back because they probably won't catch it quick enough to turn it around and live. So yeah, that's just a little something to put out there, a little difference in micro that I think top level players need to make sure that they're fixing. So anyways, this is going to be a Marine Vulture SCV pull, and this is actually not that uncommon against this build. He's actually done a very good job with it thus far. The probes are all coming out to fight as well. He needs the Marines back. Yeah, back behind here. That's perfect. Pulls that back for now. Ooh, these 3 Marines, this is crucial. The probes actually are going to get on top of those 3. They were just too far up. You needed them blocked with the SCVs. Oh my god, this is actually getting really, really close right now. The 3 Marines are starting to pick off quite a bit. I don't know that they can get into the bunker. So he's standing and fighting. He's not trying to get into a bunker that he can't get into, which is smart. Goes after that once again, and will get the Marine into the bunker. So this is looking very, very good for JYJ at the moment. Range is done, so he might actually still be able to hold because there's only 2 Marines in here. So I'm going to start putting some damage on. If you can get up above 3 Dragoons, it becomes more realistic. He might want to do steps forward to try to kill SCVs. The SCVs should be getting repaired. Okay, so he repaired the Vulture first. Like, it's actually more important to repair the SCVs because you just need to make sure that they stay alive here. So maybe a little tiny mistake there from JYJ. He is going after this bunker. He's got 2 Dragoons against 2 SCVs, so that's equal. Once he gets to 3rd, he'll start to gain some, like, an advantage there against the repair over time. But yeah, it's really tough. It looks like the Nexus is likely to go down here if he gets it just a little bit lower. Okay, so he repairs his own SCVs for a moment. There is another way you can do this where you pop an SCV, and if these are on hold position, they'll shoot at it, or you pop a Marine. If these are on hold position, they'll shoot at it. You can see how he's coming in. That means this is targeted. He lays mines. That's so smart. So this is going to buy him extra time while the 3rd SCV comes up. Did he really only send a 3rd? God, that's so exact. That's so exact. This was superbly controlled. The only mistake in control that we really saw this game was the Marines being above the SCVs when the probes came down the side. And if he had fixed that, the game would already be over. But yeah. Anyways, ooh, not going to lay the mines there, unfortunately. Trying to hold on. Oh, he had 5 health left. That's crazy. That is wild. And he actually gets a mine hit there, too? Oh, my God. All right, Observer on the way. Let's take a look over at JYJ's base. Command Center, another siege tank, eBay. Okay, kind of makes sense. He's thinking, like, yeah, we might need to have some anti-Reaver probably here. Would be super surprising if it was like DT. That's almost never the follow-up here in these types of situations. It's super rare. The only time you'll see DT follow-up is if there's a probe on the map and can hide gateways. So anyways, he's doing a great job of continuing to reduce this Dragoon count. Like, JYJ is putting out a magnificent game right now. Okay, he's right now Paralyze coming up. He is going to be able to pick some of this off. He has the Observer now, so he can get rid of the mines as well. As he clears the mines, there becomes potential to maybe snipe the tank. The thing is, some of these Dragoons are kind of low, so yeah, it's a little bit dangerous. As he sees the secondary tank come up, he will pull back. He is going into Reaver as well. Now, the game is not over. This looks unbelievably good for JYJ, but this is actually a really, really common position. Like, everyone kind of has played this a million times, so there's a few different ways it can be played. Sometimes you shuffle a bunch of units out. The thing is, if they have all their units forward like this, they can counterattack, so you do have to be a little bit careful. Normally, you do send something to watch for this, and that's why this Vulture's coming down right now, because he's like, okay, nothing's happening for a little bit. This is probably what's going on. It is what's going on. So do you counterattack now, or do you set up a bigger containment? Either way, you do have to watch out for the counterattack that's coming. And that's why I was just going to mention about a bunker. A bunker is a great centralized point of defense, so that makes a lot of sense. He only has 2 production facilities because he's been working on his economy. And the Dragoons actually come up and flank this. So this was actually a really interesting choice. I didn't expect this. And he's actually being a little bit sloppy there and takes more damage than necessary. But that was a really interesting choice. I really didn't expect for him to come right up and break it. I think JYJ was getting ready to maybe make a missile turret, set up some siege mode, and just make this a very dirty area to clear. But the fact that he cleared that, it allowed like a very good defensive setup to be made here at the front. So maybe he misses a window where some damage can be done, but it allows this Nexus, and he'll take another Nexus immediately as well. Whenever you break out of something like this, you double expand and put pressure on with your shuttle. So that's exactly what we're going to see here. The shuttle flying around with a Reaver and Zealot in here. Dragoons going to the front. Oh, yeah, no, let's not lose that for 0 reason. It's very good defense. He's got a good amount of siege tanks here. JYJ looking really, really good. Oh, my God. What's up, Tulbo? Yeah, Paralyze making a huge mistake there. Losing a shuttle and Reaver with literally 0 scarabs fired. That's bad. JYJ is in a superb position here. But game isn't over. Even though it looks really good. Like, look, we have a 10 SCV advantage momentarily there. 3rd Nexus, though, is on the way. Yes, there's not a lot of production, but not a lot of production here either, which is normal. Ooh, I love this. That was a great snipe. Little bit of carelessness from JYJ, loses a tank. So, like I was saying, there's not a lot of production here because he rushed, he expanded, and then he had to defend. So there's just not that many units, and it's going to be a while before he has a good 5 or 6 factories up. And by the time he has that, Paralyze will actually have built out his production pretty well. It's like very easy for him to add gateways once he starts hitting the critical mass of probes. So he's sending a few probes over here. Yes, he's still down workers. He will actually catch up right around 60. And yeah, that's where he's going to want to get up to probably 8 gates speed shuttle Reaver and just make sure that JYJ can't attack. Now, is JYJ going to go for a 6th factory, or is he going to just sit on 5? I think 5 is the right number here. And I think what we should be seeing from JYJ is probably, first off, kind of push these goons back, kind of take this position a little bit, and we hear some scans. Here's some scans. Okay, so he just scanned right here. Right, that's the only place? Okay. And he's counting gateways, right? So he's kind of taking a look. He's like, okay, do you have any other tech? How many gateways do you have? Those are kind of the important things that you're looking at. It's like, can I do an attack? But I actually don't think there's going to be a true attack timing here. If there is, very, very impressive. These are some of the hardest positions to figure out if you can attack in. Because it's like, you look at this army. Okay, 7 tanks, 2 Goliaths right now. Vulture speed is on the way. It's like, there's a Reaver in your base. Can we actually attack here? I know the gateway count isn't that high, but like things like sitting on this high ground, trying to push through that. Okay, he's going to get rid of the shuttle. That's actually really nice. And he blows up the Reaver, so that's really... Ooh, too bad he unsieged. He might have gotten another goon there. More tanks coming up. Might just pump out Vulture. Yeah, 5 factory Vulture pump from here makes a lot of sense, but he is supply blocked with no depot making. Oh, that's so painful. That is so painful. And cathartic. Yeah, so right now trading for some tanks, but loses so many Dragoons here. Kind of a wild engagement. Very tough position. You can see he's not even producing probes at this point. Paralyze is feeling like his back is on the ropes, and I mean, I guess you have to say it is. Takes some damage there. Oh, splatters some Dragoons. Now he's going to be able to get up into this probe line. So little left over. Reaver coming up to try to clear some of this out. Gets one of them. Spreading out these siege tanks a little bit. Lots of Dragoons on the way. Not a lot of Zealots, which he kind of needs here to maybe bomb on the siege tanks or something. And now pure Vulture coming up. We probably shouldn't have another supply block for JYJ. But I gotta tell you, he found this really, really superb kind of attack timing here where he might end up getting this. He might not. Well, now the goons are coming up. And look at this. Oh, man. He was literally 1 shot from killing this tank. I think he missed an extra shot that he didn't think he was going to. Now losing all the probes up there, so that's super painful. But the siege tank count is low. You might have been looking at this saying, Artosis, that was such an easy to see attack timing, but like, yeah, he got probes. If he hadn't ended up getting all those probes, like he lost a lot of tanks here as well. Let's not forget. There's a much bigger standing army for Paralyze right now. So even though, like, and again, like, I mean, I'm not as good a player as these guys, but these are the types of things that can happen with these really hard to discover attack times. It's like, can I attack here? And it looks like you can, and then this happens where you have like no units at all. Yeah, maybe you did some damage economically. Maybe you're still going to win this game, but you know, the game is, this is a messy, weird position. Starting to remake some of these probes. Obviously, you know, down quite a bit, down about 16 workers at the moment. But the army is very sparse. There's nothing up here defensively except for 3 missile turrets. Very small amount of units. Only 2 Goliaths over here. So there's some potential for Paralyze to get things done. Now, attacking with Dragoons into the only area with tanks in siege mode might not be the move. There's a possibility that might not have been it, and GG is called. Okay, but I think you can see what I was talking about here, right? Like, it again, if he had blocked this a little bit better, that 1 tank with 13 health really helped. And he ended up losing all of those probes. And then it's like, well, that attack wasn't quite right. Don't forget, he lost that Reaver over here to his shuttle with never even coming out. So kind of a crazy game, but really well played by JYJ. I think a few more mistakes from Paralyze in this particular one. They did play another game, so I think we'll probably check that out next. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.